Hello everybody, we're back out in the woods. Me and Alex are finally gonna go build a permanent shelter. It's about a half-mile hike from here. We slept the night here and have our stuff, have our saws, axes. So we're gonna go and build these 2 shelters. Stay tuned, it's gonna be a good one. Enjoy. So we have finally arrived. Gonna make a fat pancake. Humor. So for brunch I made a pancake, have some maple syrup, and I put some banana slices on top. Just gonna lather all that up. Boom. And I left my spoon, so gotta eat with the stick. But that's brunch. Alright, so Alex already got his cross member up. He's gonna build a shelter going back from here, and I'm gonna build mine right next to his, so we're gonna have 2 awesome shelters with raised beds. So here we go, guys. Let's build them. Woo! I'm excited. Just gotta level it out as best as I can.
Alright guys, so what I'm doing now is actually making a notch right here so that my actual platform could stand right here. Mark, I am not the best filmer, okay? Just proceed. Hey Mark, you're gonna have to teach me how to work this camera.
So he's just working on his bed. That's his cross member right there. And here's my progress so far. Got the roof started on one side and right there. So I'm using this natural bump in the ground right here, I guess you could say, as like an area to raise my main beam. Man. Now here's the real test. Yeah, that's sturdy. Alright, so that's the wall complete. This is pretty much like a lean-to for now. I definitely am not going to have time to build another wall here, but it's definitely doable in the future. But for now, this is what I did right here. I supported the weight of everything because this one goes all the way down, as you can see. And it holds the weight of all those, so it's putting pressure down on this thing, so it's very strong. Here's some moss I'm starting to put on the roof. Just gathered it up and started putting on top. It'll look super cool when it's done. Might even put a tarp underneath. But yeah, and then here's Alex's bed progress. Very sturdy. Just gonna put sticks like that and then build a shelter over top. Haven't been here for sunset for a long time. I'm just really exhausted right now. Oh! What an amazing end to an amazing day. Got the fire. I'm just finishing up dinner and it's was going to show you guys as well, I have this portable charger that I just put out right here, charging up from the sun. Alex just chilling with this view. Okay guys, I had a subscriber ask a question. Her name is Emma Rain, and she basically asked me to talk about things I recommend for camping. Basically like utensils, cooking stuff, and sleeping bag and pads. So I use the C2 Summit Ultralight Insulated sleeping pad, that's what it's called. It has this bag, as you guys have seen. You just basically connect it to the valve, blowing it like that creates an air pocket, and you just squeeze it and it inflates the pad in I think about 7 or 8 compressions like that. So it's very light, very compact, very durable, very strong. You could jump all over it and it's not going to rip. There's some crazy YouTube videos on how they test them. I've actually swam on it before at a lake, so never had any issues. Just make sure you get the longer one if you need to, because I at first bought the shorter one and I didn't like it. Yeah, they're very close in the price range, but I like the longer one for sure. Then I use this sleeping bag. It's goose feather down. I think it's rated for like -7 degrees Celsius from what I remember. Very warm, never had a problem. In the summertime, the trick is though to not crawl into it, but rather just like I noticed, if you just unzip it and like you cover yourself with it and you maybe stick a foot out, it's perfect, because this one is super warm and I didn't want to invest into a summer bag and a winter bag, so I just got a winter bag, but I learned to use it in the summer too. So yeah, and then another big tip is if you're sleeping in the summer and it's too warm, like the bag, make sure that you sleep like with your skin covered as much as you can. So for example, your pants, your socks, have a t-shirt on and a sweatshirt on top or something like that, because if you have any skin exposed, it pretty much evaporates in the bag and it like the moisture sticks, and if you don't have a liner, it gets kind of like cold and like wet in there, so it's not fun. That's a big tip. And okay, so let's see, what do we have next? Utensils, cooking wise, usually I just bring like a spatula to fry eggs and stuff like that. I have this little frying pan for my Jetboil you guys have probably seen before. I don't like it, however, because I think I scraped the nonstick off of it, and either way I think it's too thin, so it just burns everything on it. Usually you got to be really careful. I carry spork usually, but I don't really care too much for it. Like if I need a spoon, I'll just carve like a V stick, like, you know, like I'll carve like a stick with like a V branch on it, and I'll just eat with that. Like I really don't care too much for it, but I try to keep it as simple and as light as possible. So I don't really bring a whole bunch of like cooking ware and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much the TED Talk for today. So if you guys have any more questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below, and I'll answer them in the next video. Thanks. Oh my goodness. That is something else. Dang.
I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah, me too.